Coach, congrats. Start with the opening statement and then open up for questions.
A fun game. We made a lot of threes. Whenever you're making threes, it feels good. And obviously, good game for the fans to watch. But the reality of it is they shot a good percentage too. Like, they'll talk about that we made 22 threes and the school record's 23. We shot 44% from three. They shot 38% from three. And this was going to blow your mind. They shot 44.6 or 45% from the field, and we shot 43%. So, think about that. But we got 83 shots at the goal, and they had 65, and that was the difference in the game. We won the turnover battle, won the offensive rebound battle, and that was big for us right there. Back to playing aggressive basketball, getting up and down, and playing fast and trusting each other. At this time of year, I want our guys to have fun, and I've always said that, like, people, when you grow up wanting to play basketball, you don't grow up because you saw something on TV and said, that was a really cool play, I want to play basketball at 8 years old. Like, you just love going in the backyard and playing basketball. There's 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. And so, this time of year, I really want our guys to enjoy it and go out there and hoop and make it fun and get up and down and play aggressive. And let's not worry so much about, running plays perfectly all the time, spend, all our scout worried about that. Let's worry about be free-flowing where we can go out there and hoop and enjoy it. And I think our guys really had fun tonight, and that's what you like to see. I mean, most of the time, teams this time of year, they have the most fun. Martin Newton says it best. Teams are having the most fun this time of year. They don't let go of the rope. And that's what it takes in tournament play, guys having fun. Shot 53s in the game. That's a lot of three-point attempts. I'm glad we made them. They're a good team. They're very well coached. They got some good players. So good win for us. It was a one-point battle over there. And I'm sure if we see them again in the conference tournament, it'll be tightened right back up. So glad to get the win.
Yeah, Coach, Mercer goes up big, and y'all make a run, and Mercer responds. So this was a pretty close game early on. Were you anticipating that going into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they beat Greensboro at Greensboro. They've been in every single game. Really tough. With the highest defense rated, I think number three in defense in our league, I believe. So they guard really well. Their buckets are tough to find. They don't do a ton of complexity on offense. They play a spacing game, which is exactly how they should play with their personnel, and they're really good at it. They're really good spacers and know what to do. So I thought it'd be a game. And obviously if we don't shoot this astronomical percentage shooting 53s, it'd been a tighter game than it was. And we had some guys really play well. I'm glad y'all going to talk to Julian today because Julian is such a dog. He really fits us, and he fits me and how we like to play on defense. And he's really come a long way with understanding his place in what we're doing offensively. And I think that he's just going to keep growing and getting more minutes and keep improving. He's really getting comfortable with our system. But one thing I like about Julian, whether he played 25 minutes or he plays 8 minutes, he's the last one to leave that gym. He's in that gym all the time. And never changes his energy in practice, ever. He's got that Jermaine Marshall energy, that competitiveness, and it's constant. Even if it's a game where maybe he probably could have got more minutes than he did, he's constantly being that guy. And that's why you see success from him this time of year. A lot of times people pack it in. I should have played more last game or this or that. He's just right back at it and ready for his turn. And it was great to see him get going. He's going to have a great finish for us.
You guys kind of had a slow start first 10 minutes. Was that the message with that timeout saying you guys would need to have more fun, play a little bit more free?
Well, the timeout, we talked about we're going to go amp it up a little bit and get the game going fast and all that. But we made some weird decisions when they got it out of our press. When they got it over the top of our press, we made some really strange decisions, like not reading the floor correctly. They'd have 3 guys on one side, 2 on the other, and all of a sudden I'd look up and 5 guys would run to 3. There's a fill element to this thing, right? And that starting group, it was you couldn't guess worse than that starting group guessed those first 6 minutes. And we couldn't get to the dang media timeout. I didn't want to burn one right there and burn your use it or lose it timeout in the first 6:30, but man, in hindsight, I probably should have called it because we were so gassed and couldn't get the next group in. But I think when our second group came in versus our first group there, fresh, I think that's when we made a run right back at them. But the message before the deal was, man, let's enjoy this, man. Let's have fun and play aggressive and just whatever happens, happens. Let's not get so caught up into oh, we got to win the league, or we got to, do this. Like, let's just play. And our best basketball, playing and enjoying it and playing as hard as we can is going to give us the best chance to have success anyway. And so let's do that, and let's do it every play, and let's stay the course.
Rylan, a career high, I would say, 7 for 9 from beyond the arc. Should he keep the headband?
Whatever works. I don't care. It's not my thing, I mean, so if he keeps shooting like that, our whole team's going to have to wear headbands. So, but he played really well. Rylan does a great job of knowing when we have a lead what shots to take and what shots when we need to run clock. And that's a breath of fresh air because, he knows when we got to keep the foot on the gas pedal and when, hey, we may need to run a little bit of offense right here. So, but the game got going. People that don't know, people, there's 1% of people know basketball, and 1% of those really know basketball, right? And so people will look at this and say, man, what a offensive game, what happened, what's the deal? That was incredible. Why can't we do that every time? Well, the reason why our offense was going, our defense got going, and the game got going fast. So you're in that constant battle. Do you want to succeed field goal percentage for more offense? That's what you're in the battle of. We're going to give them basically a higher field goal percentage to play defense that way, but maybe we can score a higher field goal percentage. And it's that constant battle. Some games you don't want that. Some games you want to, hey, we can score consistently, so we're going to hold them to a low field goal percentage. We're going to be able to score in the half court. And then some games you just want it a track meet. We're at Furman the second half, and you would think that the first half of the Furman game that we played worse defense than we did the second half. And then the Furman game, when you go back and look at it, our second half defense was actually worse than our first half. We scored 45 points, they scored 38. So this group is unique in that they can play both ways. And you just got to find out what the game calls for.
In the beginning of the second half, there was a little physicality, especially, with the double technicals or whatever it was. What were you saying maybe to the guys to be able to keep their heads level, because that could have really just dictated the rest of the mood for the rest of the game?
Yeah.
How important is that to kind of just keep them level-headed?
You just got to stay focused. When stuff like that happens, it can take you out of your rhythm instead of just focusing on what you're supposed to do on the next play. And that was the whole message. Just stay focused, execute what you're supposed to do. I mean, I don't think there's any ill will towards the other team. Whenever there's a scruff, man, it seems like when you get 10 guys together on the floor in a scruff, something always comes out of it. So just get to the next play.
Coach, only 3 home games left, and step seeing is over. And what message do you have to the students?
Well, I mean, there's very few times in your life that you get to rally around something together in college. There's very few times, and that you can make memories with thousands of people together. And for those that haven't been able to get out, we have 3 home games left. You're really missing out on some great memories that you could do together and as a unit, because we feel they're a part of our group, a part of our team. And we got a special team. We're a special team in the way that we play. We got a bunch of great guys. We're in first place in the league. We've been back-to-back champions. What wasn't too long ago when Samford, they were just hoping to get a bye in that tournament and never got it since the single division format in the SoCon. Now it's hey, this is what we've been waiting for, and I just hope that everyone, all students, totally get to experience the college experiences they deserve. I know as a coach, I stay up at night making sure that our team can give this university what it deserves, and those students can. But these last 3 games, it would be a mistake if it wasn't flooded with our students. It'd be a serious mistake if it wasn't flooded, because the enjoyment, and I certainly know our players deserve it as hard as they've worked. And some of these players that had opportunities to play elsewhere could have left but stayed here after they were here last year to do something unique. That doesn't happen very often. Turned down maybe more money other places, but said, I'm going to stay here. This is special. And we'll have senior night coming up, and those players, they need to be saluted. That's for sure. They absolutely need to be saluted. And I want to encourage everyone to get out and enjoy this team.
You guys are going to ETSU on Saturday. We all know what happened here last time. What's it going to take, especially in a tough environment, to get up there with the W?
2 good defensive teams going at it. They're tough up there. They're always a tough team, but it's just going to be focusing on blocking out the noise and doing what you're supposed to do. That's what it takes. I mean, on the road, you got to take care of the basketball, you got to take elite shots, and you got to clean the glass. So do what the game calls for, but it's going to take an intense focus. Like coming down the home stretch, like who can lock in. I told our players the other day that in the off season, right, you're dreaming about these moments in February and March. Like in the off season, you're dreaming about, like when you're in the gym by yourself, you're thinking of late season conference games and then going to the tournament in 3, 2, 1. That's what you're working for. Like you're thinking about this moment. We can't be in this moment thinking about the off season. Like you can't be in this moment thinking about the off season. Like, well, I'm a little tired, or just the day-to-day routine getting old. Like we can't have any of that. And you never get that from the seniors. You're never going to have that from the seniors because the seniors know what it is. Sometimes the younger guys say, well, I got next year. But that's unfair to those seniors. And that's why last year we were very successful, I felt. We had a lot of seniors, and they knew, like, this is the moment. And so we got to be completely focused on this moment right here. And if we do that, we'll have our best chance to be successful.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.